welcome to your full body resistance workout. So for this workout, you'll either need a kettlebell, a set of dumbbells or a single dumbbell, or a loop resistance band. I will show you the different options for each of the exercises as we come to them. So this is suitable for pre and postpartum, but as always, it's really important that you've had the approval of your doctor before you participate in exercise. So we have 5 rounds in total. There'll be 2 exercises in each of these rounds, and you'll be working for 45 seconds with a 15-second rest. Once we've done 3 rounds of each superset, you then get a whole minute to rest. So let's get ourselves nice and warm with a nice easy march in place. Keeping that core engaged by drawing the belly button in. We're going to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, the arms come up overhead, and then we exhale to drop back down again. Inhale through the nose, and exhale to drop. Good, keep that rib cage down, keep that core strong. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. And we're going to keep the arms exactly the same, this time as we step the foot out to the side, coming into your low impact jack. So you want a nice soft bend in your knees, just starting to warm up those hips. Make sure those fingers tap at the top, and again the shoulders are down and away from the ears. Good, we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to take out a nice big wide stance now, soft bend in the knees. We're going to sit our bottom down and back for a little quarter squat, and then tap the toe down towards the floor. Keep that chest up nice and tall, core engaged, and we're going to be bringing one arm across the front of the body. Stretch across the front of the shoulder. There's a slight rotation here in the upper body, but making sure you're working at a range that feels comfortable for you. There's still a nice soft bend in those knees. Really reach that arm to stretch across the front of the shoulder. We've got 4 more, and then the legs are going to stay the same, but we're going to change the arm. So this time what I want you to do is take a nice big reach up overhead. And again, working at a range that feels comfortable for you, but we want to get a nice big stretch through the side of the body. Fabulous. 4 more, then we're going to come into a set of squats. So they're going to stay wide with the legs, arms to the side of the body here. We're going to sit your bottom down and back, and then I want you to punch straight up towards the ceiling. You can get in this nice big stretch through the side of the body. So for your squat, you sit down and back, send the hips back, chest is up tall, abdominals are strong. Good. 4, 3, 2, keep this wide stance here, but this time keep those heels back towards your bottom. Soft bend in the knees as we warm up those thighs, warm up the hamstrings at the back of the legs, and at the same time take those arms out into the front of the chest. We're going to pull those elbows back. Squeeze them with your shoulder blades. Keep that chest tall, abdominals strong. Good, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down into a nice, easy, gentle march. Grab some water if you need it. I'm going to run you through your first set of exercises. So we have a goblet squat to begin with, either with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. We're going to bring that weight to the front of the body, keeping that chest up tall. Sit your bottom down and back into your squat. Drive through your heels to come up. So it's really important that that chest is up nice and tall. If it isn't comfortable with a weight, then please do this one body weight. If you're using a band, make sure those feet are placed down on the band, band up to the front of the body, breaking at the knee and the hip at the same time, keeping that chest up tall. After we've done your first round of goblet squats, we're going to come into a press. So either seated or standing. Core is going to be strong, rib cage down as that weight comes up above the head. So you can either use a kettlebell, a single dumbbell, or 2 dumbbells together. If you've got a band, again, you can either do this one standing or seated. Grab hold of the band, up into that rack position, and press up. If you've got quite a strong resistance band, this one may be better seated, okay? So 45 seconds on each of those exercises, 15-second rest, 3 times 3. So let's start. Get ready for your goblet squat. Feet a little bit wider than your hips, chest up tall, that weight is up by the chest. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. 45 seconds here. Sitting that body down and back, Try not to rush it. Rib cage is down, core is engaged. And remember, if that weight is too uncomfortable for you, just complete a normal body weight squat. Good, core is engaged. We're halfway there for this round. Lovely. We've got 15 seconds, and we're going to take that 15-second rest and then go into your press. Good, shoulders down, away from the ears. Core strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So either seated or standing. Core engaged, we're going to go into your press. Get ready for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rib cage is down. Exhale on the effort. Inhale to come down. Mindful of that posture. Mindful of that core. And again, don't try and rush this one. Nice and slow and controlled. Lovely. That's halfway. That is one round down in 15 seconds. Then we're going to have a 15-second rest and go into our second. Nice. Going less than 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, and 1. You've got a 15-second rest, and then we're going to go back into our goblet squat. Remember, whatever option you're using, nice and strong. In 3, 2, and 1. Breaking it down into that squat. Driving through those heels, squeezing the glutes at the top. Making sure those knees follow the direction of your toes. Lovely. And if at any point this is too much, you can either hold the weight down into a nice little sumo squat position or do it completely body weight, okay? So whether you're using dumbbells, kettlebells, or a band, working through whichever option feels comfortable for you. And you can flicker in between options as well if you need to, as long as you're able to keep that core nice and strong. 10 seconds. Chest is up. Driving through those heels, squeezing those glutes. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Get ready for your second round of presses. Nice. Set it up. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale as that arm comes straight up. Inhale to come down. Nice. And again, it's definitely quality over quantity, so try not to rush. Chest is tall, abdominals are in. Nice. Good, nice and slow, nice and controlled. That's way over halfway. We've just got 15 seconds left. And then one final round before we take a full minute to rest, okay? Nice. Less than 10 seconds to go. Exhale, inhale as we come down. 3, 2, and 1. 15-second rest. Third round, last time for these two exercises. Locking that core in, rib cage down, squat position. 3, 2, and 1. Chest is up. Good. Really important, you've got that nice neutral alignment through your spine. Strong with that squat. Nice. Good, that's a third way through. Strong throughout the body. Strong legs, strong core. Nice. We've got 15 seconds left here. Inhale as we come down. Exhale to drive through those heels. Nice. Smashing through that last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it down or stand. Get ready for your press. Last time for this one, then we're going to take a nice little minute rest, okay? Get ready for it in 3, 2, and 1. Lock that core in. Press those arms up. Exhale on the effort. Inhale to come down. Shoulders stay down and away from the ears. Good, drive it up. Core engaged. Nice. Halfway. We've got 10 seconds. Then you've got a whole minute's rest. Take on some water if you need to when we begin our rest period. And I'll be showing you the next exercise. 3, 2, and 1. 1 whole minute's rest. So our second superset, we're going to be doing a rack carry lunge. So it's going to be a reverse lunge. We are going to be doing your left leg first. So your left leg is going to step back first, and then your right leg. So it's going to be 45 seconds on each. So for your rack carry, grab hold of your kettlebell or your dumbbell, and you're going to place it onto the shoulder. The elbow's nice and high, but the shoulders are still nice and even. Core is engaged. We're going to be stepping your left leg back, so make sure that weight is on the right hand side. We're going to be reversing and driving through that front heel to bring us up. We've got 45 seconds on each side. If it's not comfortable, hold the dumbbell in that left hand. We reverse back, okay? Dumbbell or a kettlebell. Your band option, loop that band around your right foot. Band is up nice and high into the body, and you're going to step that leg back, okay? Left leg is coming back first. So get into that position with going in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the core's really important here. Step that leg back, driving through the front heel, keeping that chest up. We've got 45 seconds stepping your left back. Then we've got that 15-second rest before we swap it over, okay? Your option is just to hold that kettlebell or dumbbell straight down with the body if that rack isn't comfortable for you, okay? Choose which option is best for you. We're over halfway here. Nice and even through the hips, through the chest. Knees and toes point directly forward. Nice and tall with the body. Last few seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up nice and tall. 15-second rest. Exactly the same with the right leg going back. Lovely. Get into that position. Core strong. Stepping that right leg back in 3, 2, and 1. Now if your balance is off slightly, do feel free to use a wall for a little bit of support. And again, if that rack position isn't comfortable, simply hang that weight just in front of your right leg. If you're doing this, again, making sure your torso is nice and tall, core is engaged. Lovely. Hips facing forward, core nice and strong. 15 seconds here. And we're going to go straight into swap those legs over. Nice. Less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'll show you your option with your band again. 10 seconds and we're going to go straight into it. So you've got the band on your right foot. Left leg is going to go back first, okay? Round 2 and 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Drive through that front heel. Chest is up tall. Core is engaged. Good. Making sure that body is nice and tall so the head is in line with that back knee. Nice. Good. Nice and even throughout. Again, if using resistance isn't comfortable, then just stick to a normal body weight reverse lunge. Listen to your body. Nice. 10 seconds here. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap it over. The band on the left leg now, so your left leg is forward. Holding that weight with whatever option you're using. Getting ready for that right leg to come back in 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Driving through that front heel. Stabilizing the body, locking that rib cage down. Good, take your time, nice and strong with the reps. We don't want to rush them. Nice. Get this one done, and we've just got one round left. So just one more time on the left, one more time on your right. Nice. Good. 15 seconds left. Remember, it's okay to just do this one body weight if you need to. It's very heavy on the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to jump back into my kettlebell and dumbbell now. So we're going to have your right leg forward, left leg comes back. Stack that weight, however you want to hold it, in 3, 2, and 1. Take that right leg back. Last time for each leg. Chest is up, core is engaged. Nice. Make sure the knees and toes pointing directly forward. Chest and hips stay nice and square. Rib cage is down, core is engaged. That heart rate should be up. Nice. Working at an intensity that challenges you but doesn't cause you to lose your form. Nice. 10 seconds here. Lovely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds. Last time. Swap the sides over. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping it back, driving through that front heel. Perfect. Nice straight line from the head down to that back knee. Lovely. Core is engaged. That's over halfway now, guys, okay? Last little push here, then you get that full minute to rest before we go into our third superset. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 to finish. Grab some water if you need to. You've got a whole minute to rest. We're going to be slowing things down for the next superset. So we've got a deadlift for our first exercise, and then a row. So we're going to be in the same position for both. Feet just a little bit wider than hips. Knees and toes face directly forward. We're going to be breaking at the hip. So we stick that bottom back to get a nice big stretch through the back of the legs, and the weight just travels in front of the body. Drive through the heels to bring yourself back up nice and tall. You want to maintain that nice neutral alignment through the back, okay? So making sure you're not going too low, you start to arch the back, okay? From here, after you've done 45 seconds on your deadlift, we're going to stay low and we're going to row the weight up towards the belly, okay? Up towards your belly button. So if you're using dumbbells, you just got dumbbells either side. If you're using the band, loop it around the legs. And you've got your deadlift first, and then you're going to stay low, row those elbows up, squeeze them into the body, okay? So let's get ready for our very first round of deadlifts. In 3, 2, and 1. We break at the hip, stretch through the back of the legs, keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. We inhale to come down, so a nice deep breath in, and then exhale to drive forward. Making sure that we don't send the hips too forward. We don't want to be locking the knees out or snapping the back, so it's nice and smooth. Slowing things down here, just to really work on strengthening the back of the legs. Good. The core is still engaged here. We're still working through those abdominals to stabilize us. Lovely. 10. Last few seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. You've got 15 seconds to rest, and then we're going to hold into that position for our row. So obviously if you've got a bump, be very mindful if you are using a single dumbbell or a single kettlebell. Break at those hips. Grab hold of that weight in 3, 2, and 1. We're pinching in with those shoulder blades, squeezing with the muscles in the back. Core is engaged. Good. Nice neutral spine. So make sure that neck is in alignment with the rest of the body. The wrists coming up towards the belly button. So don't be lifting too close to the chest. Good. Elbows all the way to the ceiling. Good. Strong back, strong core. Nice. We've got 10 seconds, but if you need to rest sooner, go for it. 5 seconds, and then we're going to take a 15-second rest. 3, 2, and 1. So for your second round, I'll be showing you the options with a resistance band, but you use whatever equipment you've got handy to you. It's coming around quick. We're going for that deadlift in 3, 2, and 1. So exactly the same rules apply. We break at the hip, get a nice big stretch through the back of the legs, but maintain that nice neutral alignment through your spine. That hip hinge is really important, making sure there's no further change in the rest of the body. We're just breaking right in the center of those hips there. Nice. Nice neutral alignment through the back. Inhale to come down. Exhale to drive up. That form is really important here. Try not to rush it. The slower the better. Connect with the body. We've got 10 seconds. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little bit of a shake off there. We're going to go into our rows next. Second time, and then we've got 1 round left. So we're going to be demoing you with the bands here. We're going to get in that deadlift position in 3, 2, and 1. Flat through the back. Those elbows nice and close to the body. Putting those elbows towards the ceiling. Pinching in with those shoulder blades. And it's nice and sun controlled on the way down as well. So try not to just ping yourself through it. Squeeze and then slowly release. Core is engaged. And again, you can either use this with a single dumbbell, just bringing it into the body, or you can be using 2 dumbbells either side. Whichever equipment you've got, you can make it work for you, okay? We've got 10 seconds here. Squeeze with the back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it off one more time. I'm going to go back to my kettlebell. Deadlifts. Deadlift row. One more time. Get ready. In 3, 2, and 1. Breaking at the hip. Stretching through the back of the legs. Knees and toes face directly forward. Maintaining that neutral spine. So you don't need to go as low as you think you may. Just working at a range that feels comfortable for you. And just making sure we come back up into that neutral alignment. So we're not shifting the hips too far forward. And we're not locking those knees out. Just breaking at the hip. Driving through. We've got our last 15 seconds here for the deadlift. Really slowing things down. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rows to finish this off. 45 seconds of work, followed by a minute's rest before we go into our penultimate round. Get yourselves ready. Deadlift position for your rows in 3, 2, and 1. Lock that position in with the body. Soft bend in the knees. Squeeze in with your shoulder blades. Really pull back. Weight to the belly button. Nice. Exhale as we draw that in. Rib cages down. Inhale as you slowly relax those arms back nice and straight. That's over halfway now, okay? Last little push. Then a nice little minute rest. Enough time for you to grab some water. If you do need slightly longer to rest, do feel free to pause the video if need be. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Grab yourself some water. So for our 4th round, we have an upright row. So again, either using a single dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, a kettlebell or a band. Body is going to be nice and tall, soft bend in the knees. Be very mindful of bump. If you do have a little bump going on, we're going to be drawing the elbows up nice and high, okay? So the shoulders stay down and away from your ears. The elbows are going to come up high. That weight skims the body, but of course if you are pregnant, be careful of bump. If you're using a band, just a nice easy row here, okay? I'll be using this option for my upright row, and then your second exercise is your kettlebell swing. So feet a little bit wider than your hips. Think of that hip hinge we've just done in our deadlift. We're going to be shifting the hips back, driving through the heels, squeezing your glutes, okay? So the weight travels behind the body and then we bring it forward. If you're using a dumbbell, single dumbbell, hold on to the top end of that dumbbell and swing it through as you need to. If you're using a band, loop it underneath a chair or like a banister, and you're going to be coming into a pull through. So you break at the hip, drive through those heels, squeeze your bottom, okay? So I'll be using those two options with a band. Actually, no, I'm going to swing with the kettlebell because I've got that option for me. So let's get ready for our upright row. Going in 3, 2, and 1, whichever option you're using. Rib cage is down, core is engaged, elbows come high. Good. So those elbows come higher than the shoulders stay down and away from the ears. We're lifting up to work the tops of the shoulders, but you'll also be working the back as you support the body, okay? Core is engaged. We've just got 15 seconds left here. Now, a band and dumbbells are the best option if you are pregnant, obviously have a bump in the way. But if you do have that kettlebell, just break at the hip ever so slightly so you're not getting in the way. 3, 2, and 1. So for your kettlebell swing, either your dumbbell, your kettlebell, or using your band by looping it round, break at the hip, shift those hips back, squeeze your bottom, okay? So it's not a squat. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. That weight travels behind the body, but we maintain a neutral spine. Good. That neck is in line with the rest of the body as well. Drive through those heels. You've still got a nice soft bend in the knees as you come up to the top, so try not to lock and snap them back, okay? We stay moving throughout. That weight doesn't have to come up super high, as long as it's the glutes powering them through. Lovely. 15 seconds. This one is one of those ones that's going to get the heart rate up, but don't worry, we've got that upright row to slow things down again. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds rest. Prepare for that upright row. We're nearly there, okay? Into our second round. Get ready for it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lock that rib cage down. Core is engaged. Really work into the tops of the shoulders. Mindful of the position through the spine. Proud through the chest. Good. Shoulders down and away from those ears. Nice. And again, if you're using a dumbbell or kettlebells, skim it nice and close to the body. The weight should stop just about to the chest. 15 seconds left. I think my heart rate's just about dropped down for the first set of kettlebell swings. Nice. Just in time to do it again. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Prepare for those swings. So if you are using a band, do wrap it round something. If you're not, then you can just do a body weight kettlebell swing, but just be mindful that you're not locking the knees out, okay? Feet a little bit wider than your hips, kettlebell swinging in 3, 2, and 1. That weight travels behind the body. Squeeze the bottom. Nice. Soft bend in the knees, okay? So don't lock and snap those knees back. Nice neutral position to finish for your pelvis. So try not to swing the whole body forward, okay? So that bottom down and back. Breaking at the hip. Remembering that hip hinge from our deadlift. Exhale as you explode through. Keep breathing. Heart rate's coming back up again. We've got 15 seconds here. Then one final round. Nice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 15-second rest. Upright rows, last time. And then we're going to be finishing with a little bit of core work, okay? 1 round left with weights or resistance. 3, 2, and upright row. Here we go. Slow and controlled. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. That rib cage is down. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Neutral spine. Fabulous. Keep that going. Use this one to kind of slow that heart rate down in preparation for your kettlebell swing. That's over halfway now. Nice. We've got 10 seconds. Nice and strong to finish this round. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebell swings. Let's get that heart rate up one more time. One more spike, but remembering that form is the most important thing. Feet a little bit wider than your hips. Sending the hips back in 3, 2, and 1. Driving through the heels. Squeeze that bottom. Nice. Good, that's it, we've got it. Nice and strong. Soft bend in the knees. Neutral spine. Rib cage down. Core is strong. Sit that smash through this last little bit. Nice. And that's our 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a minute to rest. Whew. Grab water if you need it. So these next 2 exercises are for your core. You don't need any equipment for them. I'll be showing you some different variations based on how comfortable you feel during the core. So we're looking out for any internal pressure in the abdominals. We want to be able to lock that rib cage down, wrap the waist, and breathe at the same time, okay? So your diaphragm, pelvic floor equally is important here. So we've got plank shoulder taps. So on the knees, if you are slightly later postpartum, then you can do this in a full plank if you're comfortable. If you're pregnant like me, we've got the arms nice and straight, the knees slightly behind the body, but the closer you bring them in, the less pressure is going to be across the abdominals, okay? Neutral spine, we're going to be lifting opposite hand to opposite shoulder for your shoulder tap, okay? Have also the option of doing this on an elevated surface. Your second exercise is a mountain climber. So again, if you're pregnant like me, up onto an elevated surface, you can pull the knee in, or you can come up into a standing mountain climber, which is nice and slow and controlled. If you're fine with anything you get thrown at you, you've got your mountain climber down on the floor, nice and fast, okay? So let's get ready for those plank shoulder taps. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Lock that core in, rib cage down. 45 seconds here, okay? Nice. Rib cage is down, neutral spine. As we lift the hand, that body is isolated, so there's no rocking through the hips, no rocking through the rib cage. Everything's nice and slow, nice and controlled. If you don't fancy lifting the arms, feel free to stay down into a plank. Down on the elbows, especially if those wrists are starting to get a little bit achy, okay? You can also do it on your elbows on an elevated surface, as long as you're moving for 45 seconds, which we've got less than 10 seconds off now. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mountain climbers. So I'm going to take my socks off for this because else I'll slide all over the place. Either elevated or your normal mountain climber down on the floor. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Lock that core in. If you're pregnant, really slow things down. Be mindful of the core and take your rest when and if you need it. If you feel disconnected with the core, then simply come up to standing, nice and slow and controlled, keeping the hips down, keeping the rib cage down. You're going to come into your nice, slow, standing mountain climber, okay? So even though this is less intensity on the core, we're still working to stabilize. Nice. If not, just smash a mountain climber up down on the floor nice and fast, okay? Good. Not if you're pregnant though, okay? Lovely, we're very nearly there for this round. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15-second rest. Second round, plank shoulder taps. 10 seconds. Option elevated, full plank or down on the knees. We're going in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rib cage is down, core is engaged. We're lifting through the pelvic floor. Mindful of our breathing here. Mindful of the position in the back. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. You've got the option of just holding your plank if you don't feel comfortable lifting the arm, and you can of course hold that plank down on your elbows if you need to. This is our last little bit of the workout. Again, not rushing it, keeping it nice and slow, nice and controlled. We've got 15 seconds, then a 15-second rest before you go into your mountain climber. Any option that feels comfortable, okay? Nice, last little bit here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mountain climber, so do feel free to come up to standing with this one if it doesn't feel comfortable. You're better coming up and doing a lower intensity option than hurting yourself. So, mountain climber, wrists in line with your shoulders. Step that body back, lock that rib cage in. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Draw that knee in. Again, only at a range that feels comfortable for you. Nice. Rib cage is down. Good. As over halfway, use that option standing if you need it. Rib cage down, core engaged. I'm going to stay with this one just to finish off this round. Lovely, and then we've just got one round left. Then a few stretches, and then that is your workout done. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time for your planks, last time for your mountain climbers. Oh, get ready for it. Strong through the core, wrists in line with your shoulders. Back into either that plank or on the knees. 3, 2, 1. Rib cage down. Bring that hand over. Tapping that shoulder. Placing it back down, but taking good care. If you want to stay on your knees, you can bring them in a little bit closer towards the body. And that will take a little bit more pressure off the abdominals. You will still be working the core, okay? Nice. That's halfway. Keep that work going, nice and strong. Last time you have to do this one, okay? Good. We have got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a nice little 15-second rest. So we're going to our mountain climber for the very last time. Again, I'm going to be doing this one standing, just take a little bit of pressure away from bump. Soft bend in the knees. Wrist in line with your shoulders if you're in that plank position. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Taking your time to lift that knee. If you're doing this one standing, lifting the arm, keeping the rib cage down, shoulders down away from the ears. Mindful of that posture, so nice and tall. Good, rib cage down. Exhale as the arm comes up and the knee draws up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lifting through the pelvic floor. Good, and that's the same option if you are down in a plank position. Is exhale as that knee comes through. Inhale, send it back. We've got our last 15 seconds here. Good, and that countdown: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Rest yourself down. We've just got some stretches to finish. We're going to come into either a child's pose or a puppy's pose now. So knees a little bit wider than your hips, toes are together. Sit your bottom back. If you've got enough room, allow that chest to come down towards the floor. Walk your fingertips forward. If there is a bump in the way, simply lift your bottom. We're going to come into a puppy pose. We want a nice big stretch through your back here, okay? So walk those fingertips away from the body. Head down to the floor if that's comfortable. Slow your breathing down to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Stretching through the back, opening up those hips. And on your next exhale, I want you to walk those hands back up. So we're placing the wrists in line with your shoulders. Bring those knees in a little bit more narrow now. We're going to take your left hand, I want you to thread it through the right. Eyes are going to follow the direction of your fingertips as we now open up for a thread the needle. So you're only rotating as wide as feels comfortable. As the arm comes through the body, that's when we stretch across the back. And then we open across the chest. We've got 5 of these on each side. Just again, being really mindful of your range. Making sure there's no pulling or discomfort through the abdominals. 2 more here. Last one. And place that hand down, exactly the same opposite side. That right hand comes through, eyes follow the direction of your fingertips, opening wide across the chest, and then thread back through. Exhale to open. That's 2. Just making sure that range is comfortable for you. 3. Last 2. And your last one. And we're going to come into a hip flexor stretch. So pop that arm down, come up onto the knees, nice and narrow here. Hold on to something if you need to. If not, I want you to step 1 foot straight through. Tuck your tailbone under. We're going to push those hips forward so you're getting a nice stretch across the front of the thigh, but also the fronts of the hip. Nice and tall with the body, but rib cage is down, so we're not letting the rib cage flare. A couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth here. And again, this should be a comfortable stretch. It shouldn't feel like you're straining too much. Gently push those hips back, swap the legs over. Stepping the foot forward, tucking the tailbone under. Push those hips. And push yourself up, bring yourself up to standing. For your quad stretch, bring yourself up nice and tall, knees are together. We're going to bring the heel round towards your bottom, stretching off through the fronts of the thighs and keeping that core nice and strong. And as you gently relax that leg down, I'm going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. Again, knees nice and close, heel round towards your bottom. And this time we're going to keep hold of this foot. Step it slightly ahead of the other, but keep those knees together as you sit your bottom back, breaking at the hip to stretch through the back of the hamstring. Get a nice neutral spine here. And gently pulling out the stretch. Doing exactly the same on the opposite side. 1 foot slightly ahead of the other, knees are close, break at the hip and stretch through the back of that leg. And gently bring yourself all the way up to standing. We're going to open wide across the chest by pushing those thumbs back, squeezing in with your shoulder blades, keeping that rib cage down and your core nice and strong. And then gently bring one arm across the body, pull that across there, keeping the shoulder down away from your ears, just to stretch across the front of the shoulder. And gently ease off there. Do exactly the same opposite side. Straighten the arm across the body. Nice big stretch through the front of the shoulder. And as we ease off there, just drop those arms down by your side. Give yourself a nice big shoulder roll back. Roll those shoulders forward. Give your body a good shimmy and a shake. And that is your full body resistance workout complete.